Yo, 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 what's going on, folks? ELTheGeek back once again. This time, just giving you guys my thoughts, my opinion on the Nintendo Wii U as far as using your own external hard drive. So, one thing I love about this version is, as opposed to other consoles where you'd spend $100 or something of that nature, you would get something like 120 gigs, I believe was the first one that they released way back in the days. It was like 120 gigs was like the ultimate hard drive size for the Xbox, and that was 130. And then they brought out the 250 gig, and that one was like 130 as well. So, what I love about this one with the Wii U is for 109.99, $20 less, still kind of a big chunk out of your wallet. I was able to choose what I wanted, so I went and got a 2 terabyte hard drive, pretty much future proofing. I'm pretty sure this should last me for the duration of the actual console. So that's something that really sits pretty well with me. Now, as far as downloading like virtual console games and things like that, hopefully eventually they'll update it to where the games actually take megabytes as opposed to blocks. So that will be pretty cool as well, so I can have that on the hard drive. But ultimately, I've been looking at a ton of forums on NeoGAF as well as Reddit, just about hard drives, and this one was actually recommended on the Nintendo website. So down at the bottom, there's like a little section where you can see as far as like hard drives and things of that nature. And this one was actually suggested. And when you go to this one on the Toshiba website, it actually says right on there it works with the Wii U. Now the setup with this was pretty awesome. All I did was pull the hard drive out of the box, put it straight in plugged it straight into the back of the Wii U, and it immediately recognized it, formatted it, and I was good to go. And that was one thing that was pretty cool. So let me actually show you guys the hard drive, because this thing is, well, it's not really ideal for me to show it that way, but it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not that big of a hard drive in comparison to like the Western Digital My Books. You really can't see it as much up against here, but up against the background that I'm using. But it's pretty small, and it actually blends fairly well with the Wii U, because I did get the black one. And yeah, I can just sit it right on top of it or behind it, whichever works. And it doesn't really hog up that much space like one of the Western Digital My Books, which I believe, without being on sale, those things run like 160 for a 2 terabyte. And this one, 109.99, can't complain. It's smaller. As far as the is using other external hard drives, you can use ones that don't have a power supply, which this one does. But you have to use a Y adapter. You can buy those off of Monoprice, you can buy them off of Amazon, you can buy them off of eBay, you can buy them from Fry's. They're pretty cheap, and basically what that does is just going to give you power through the USB port, because plugging straight into the Wii U with just one cord, you'll be able to like download stuff to it, but you just won't be able to run it. So you have to use the Y adapter. But for the price, depending on where you go and depending on how good you are at finding deals, you might end up with something that's less ideal than something along this line. So, I mean, unless you really don't want something this huge as far as a 2 terabyte hard drive, if you don't think you're going to download that much, by all means, you can get a pretty cheap hard drive. I've seen some that even run to around $40. Buy a Y adapter, and just like that, you already have more space than quite a few of the current gen consoles. So that's definitely a plus. But anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys that the setup and just the overall ease of use for these things is amazing. The Wii U does not, well, at least mine, does not make any sound at all. It's super quiet, and I love that. And the hard drive is actually pretty quiet too. So while I'm playing on these, as opposed to my Xbox or PS3, there's no sound at all, which I love. Anyways, folks, ELTheGeek, peace.